Well, it has come and gone. Another 4-year cycle, and depending on whether you're into the fantastic or realistic, that might define how you look back at the abject failure of our national senior football team. I've often expressed an opinion that the current structure and management of our football does not deserve a spot at the World Cup. And of course, the dreamers get defensive while the realists stay quiet. While I never want to say, I told you so, but look at where we ended. Not even in consideration for a playoff spot. One would never have thought it would get this bad, looking at the Gold Cups of recent years, that we would have slipped this far behind. Theodore Whitmore seemed to have had a good thing going, then things just started going backwards. Of course, the coach always takes the brunt of the blame, but if the program is bigger than one man, then it all could not have been Whitmore. If you ask me, he should have been relieved long before it actually happened. But we all know that the JFF does not actually operate in the real world. Of course, they don't have the resources to hire up from Tapa, and there are not many, if any, obvious choices at the local level, which is very sad, but that's for another time. So they couldn't go up or go back, so they had to move across to Paul Hall. I guess the default. Was it a better choice? I said when he was appointed, only time will tell. However, to be fair, Hall could barely have done any better given the short time and circumstances. In reality, we were out of the running long before he got the reins, and his appointment could be seen as the JFF going down and clutching to straws. The other question is, Paul Hall was Whitmore's assistant, and we never got it right. Was this move saying that he has very good ideas, but Tapa wouldn't listen and implement? Interesting, don't? Or was it just hands in the air, let's try a thing? We've not made it. Is Hall really a long-term prospect? See, one of the problems is that this inept joke of a governing body called the JFF has absolutely no clout, no pull, nothing that inspires confidence that would make the corporates decide to throw any weight behind the team and our program. That's a major problem. I still believe we have good ingredients for success, but the wrong people in the kitchen. Now, after the November window, the faithful were on their knees, praying that the football gods would have smiled on our beloved Reggae Boyz. I'm sure by now you're nursing some sore knees. The team ended where it did because of performances. But nah, stop say it. These stats don't deserve World Cup qualification. The other thing, after Tapa was removed, we heard stories of what was happening in the camp. Who not talk to who not like who, and all that crap. I'll say it again. The people in the current JFF do not deserve the honor of having led a successful campaign. Of course, everybody feels it. You know, the good suffering for the bad. And of course, they have autonomy. So there, we're doomed. Anyway, every 4 years we go through the same thing, then start the blame game as to why our football development is retarded and lacking, and everything that should have, could have, and would have been done. But we always forget that anybody could have done it. Somebody should have done it. But guess who did it? Of course, nobody. I even hear people blaming schoolboy football, saying it shouldn't be the basis of our sports development. Crazy. Your inability to use what you have to reach where you need to is your fault. It is a fact that schoolboy football coaches are only interested in winning Manning and D-Cup. However, it's still a platform for development. But as always, Jamaica is a talk shop. And talk is cheap. More yap about who is not doing. If you have the answers, then put your money where your mouth is. Or just zip it. Anyway, see you all when the next 4-year cycle begins. Oh, hold up. We have Nations Cup, Nations League, whatever they call it, coming up next. And that should lead into Gold Cup. Well, alright. Let's see what happens. Bless.